Alright, so I've never done a vlog before. Thought I'd maybe try my hand at it. Not expecting much, because it's almost like being a stand-up comedian, in that you're not sure who entirely is going to be in your audience, as well as if anybody's even going to care what you have to say. So I just, I have this new Gear 360 cam that I wanted to try out, and figured I would make an attempt at doing a vlog every morning on my way to work. I've only got a 5 to 6 minute commute. I know, tough life, right? So other than reaching up and trying to hold it on the dash until I get a dash mount on turns, that's pretty much it. It's filmed in full 360, 2560 by 1440 at 60 frames per second. Pretty impressed with the camera so far, not gonna lie. I actually did not purchase the Gear 360. My mother-in-law just upgraded to a Galaxy S7. Yeah, I know, she's behind on the tech, so she's getting the S7 right before the S8 comes out, but it'll be just fine for her, definitely. On the other side of the coin, power users such as myself, I have an S7 Edge right now. It's a company phone. We're going to be trading in our S7 Edges for S8 Pluses in the next week or so here, once they become available. Definitely pretty stoked about that. As even though it kind of feels like an iPhone style release, in that there's really not that much better than the previous years. They're trying to make the little things that they changed definitely appear better. The new screen resolution is obviously really cool, the infinity screen. I'm sure you guys have looked into that. A full 1440p essentially resolution is now being stretched into a custom Samsung resolution, which might actually make it clash with some apps that you use, and it won't be full screen unless you do like an upscaling or something that I'm sure Samsung's tried to figure out or worked out. But they made the same great cam that was in the Note 7 better. Got rid of the home screen button, which is quite an interesting change in my opinion. That's kind of been, it'd be like if Apple got rid of their home screen button, which they kind of actually did this last iteration without moving to Force Touch. But it's always been like a real big staple of the two flagships between Apple and Samsung, is that home screen button with the tap to go home. It should be different. I got the chance to play with one in a local Best Buy, and it felt good. It felt like a nice size. I thought 6.2 inches would feel pretty damn big, because when I first got the Note 7, I thought it was pretty damn big. But personally, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'4", so a bigger phone is really not a hindrance to me. Like this, in the same way it would be to, say, my wife, who's 5'8". You know, she really likes her little phones, and she has an iPhone 6S, I believe. I'm not a big Apple fan, but I do acknowledge that they do make good technology on their cell phones. They're not quite up to the same level that Samsung and other Android producers are, but good phones nonetheless. Great for the masses. In other news in tech, NAND, or NAND rather, is in pretty big shortage, I guess, right now. Toshiba essentially was during their end of year audits, where they couldn't come to an agreement with their auditors, and there's actually big threatening messages and things going on right now that Toshiba might just shut down, which is, I don't know, absolutely ludicrous. Toshiba's a huge multinational conglomerate in everything from military contracts and nuclear power to, you know, cell phones and electronics, just everything across the board. It'd be like if Samsung was going under. It'd be pretty ludicrous to actually believe it. But in the meantime, between their claimed NAND shortage, which is what is used in memory, NAND is essentially how they make memory chips for RAM, for flash drives, for SSDs, phone flash memory, all of that is NAND. So essentially they create 20% of the world's NAND for storage. If they were to cease production, or even, say, get consolidated by another company, say Samsung, probably, because Samsung, I believe, controls like 50% of the NAND production in the world. If they were to buy that, that would put them at like 80%. Essentially, they could set the price. It'd be the same thing as what Intel's been doing in processors for the last 10 years. And that if there's no one to compete with, you can literally set the price. You can charge double the price of what you used to charge for the same technology, and then as well slow down the release of your technology so you don't have to pay your developers as much. It's a win-win for them, but it's not the greatest thing for the consumers, which really kind of sucks. But hopefully they'll get that straightened out and RAM won't skyrocket through the roof, because I've been wanting to do a DDR build, or DDR4 build. That was almost a weird slip. A DDR4 build in the next coming months. Pretty excited about that. And I'd rather not have 16 gigs of memory cost like $250. But anyhow, I'm here. Thanks for tuning in if you did. And you guys have a good one.